Hi, it's Mike from Wanamaker Hardware, and I'm here to talk about light bulbs. You know, it wasn't too long ago that the federal government passed legislation restricting certain types of light bulbs. And one of our constant complaints is people coming in saying, they've changed my light bulb. What do I use now? This bulb here is an old-fashioned 60-watt incandescent light bulb. In fact, in order to find this bulb, I had to go through a box of old bulbs to try and dig it out because you can't get this style bulb anymore. They've outlawed this in manufacturing, and now the only way you can get it is if somebody has old inventory that they're still selling off. The incandescent bulbs aren't completely dead because specialty bulbs, like this one here, this is a mogul style base. It's a big old-fashioned base. This is still available. This is actually a 150 watt bulb. It's a three-way bulb. This is a three-way bulb that fits in a standard base. This is still available. But the old-fashioned regular light bulb is no longer available. So they have replacements for them. And I want to go through some of those replacements as well as some other bulbs that people come in and talk or ask for. I'm going to start with halogen. Halogen is not dissimilar from a incandescent bulb, but it uses a different type of technology to light up. This is a small bi-pin halogen bulb. And on this style bulb, here I'm touching it with my hands. This style bulb you don't want to touch with your hands, not because there's anything dangerous about it, but because you leave oils behind on the glass and it causes the bulb to fail more quickly. So normally you would handle this bulb with a paper towel or tissue or something to keep the oils off of the bulb. This type of bulb, the pin spacing is very critical, and also the voltage that the bulb is rated for. You'll often find that on the fixture itself, if not on the bulb, but often any printing on the bulb has burned away because they do burn very hot. There are different styles of halogen bulbs. This is a bulb that's often found in work lights or in torchère type lights. Those are the dish ones. You'll often find this style of bulb. This is a reflector halogen bulb that would be in a fixture that shines the light down onto a counter or a workspace, or perhaps onto artwork also. There'll be the small focus lights that would point toward artwork. On other types of bulbs, and again, these have not been completely impacted by this regulation yet, but it is coming and they will be changing. This is a chandelier style bulb. In this case, it's what's called a flame tip because the tip of the bulb is twisted slightly to give it a look of a flame. This bulb here is a fan bulb, and there are three different styles of fan bulb bases, actually three different bases in general, that you need to know which base. If you're not bringing the old bulb in, you need to know which one you have. So this one here is what's called candelabra. It's a very small base. It's about the size of a pencil. This one here, same shape bulb in general, is an intermediate. That's about the size of your pointer finger. I don't recommend sticking your finger in to size up that hole. You just want to look at it and guesstimate from there. And then you have a standard base, which is a larger, more normal size base. So there are three different bases when you're looking at a standard bulb that you want to try and determine which one you need for your fixture. Now that they've made bulbs illegal, this 60-watt bulb here has replacements. And one replacement that most people have seen is what's called the compact fluorescent. The compact fluorescent, this is a fluorescent bulb, but it's compact in size, and it just screws right in place of this. These bulbs generally will last about 3 times to 4 times as long as a standard incandescent. They provide pretty good light. Some people find that they flicker and they find that annoying, and it really depends on the individual. This is now being replaced with another style of light. This one here, this is a halogen bulb, but it's in inside of a case, so it's the same shape as the old-fashioned bulb. It's the same shape as this, but what this is one of these little halogen bulbs here inside of an inner bulb. So the heat is protected by this outer shell, so it doesn't get as hot as some of the halogen bulbs will. This one is equivalent in brightness to the old-fashioned 60-watt bulb, but it burns only 43 watts of energy, so it's more energy efficient. The compact fluorescent will be a 60-watt equivalent. It generally runs about 13 watts, so it's even more efficient than the halogen bulb. The halogen bulb is visually more consistent with the old incandescent. So if you want that old bulb, the bulb that you grew up with, you probably want to be looking toward a halogen bulb. Now, the newest type of bulb that's on the market is the LED bulb, and these are evolving rapidly. They keep getting better and better. This also is a 60-watt equivalent, but this burns 9 watts of power, so it's the most efficient bulb for a 60-watt replacement that we have. This one is, in terms of brightness and appearance, is very similar to the incandescent, but not quite as yellow as this. The bulbs are rated in terms of two different ratings. One is the lumen output, that's how much light is emitting from the bulb, and also the temperature of the bulb, that's the color of the light. So a regular incandescent bulb, the old-fashioned bulb, is about a 2700 Kelvin. The bulbs, replacement bulbs, will range anywhere from, so you can get some that are in the 2700 range and they look very nice, but most of them end up being around 3000 Kelvin, some around 4000 Kelvin. What that means is the lower the number, the warmer the temperature, excuse me. So the lower number, the warmer the temperature of the bulb, which means it's more yellow. The higher the number, the cooler it is. So a cool white bulb you may have heard of has a higher Kelvin output, so it's more of a blue light or a white light. That's based on actually comparison to the sun's output. On a clear blue day, a blue sky day, beautiful day, the sun is rated at 10,000 Kelvin to give you kind of a range of brightness or apparent light. So these are other versions of the LED that you're finding more and more coming out of the market. This is a candelabra replacement. This is a 40-watt candelabra LED. Just screws right in where the old LED was, or the old light bulb was, excuse me. This is a globe-style bulb that would be used in a bathroom fixture and a vanity fixture. And this one here is a interior spotlight, or you might have this in a kitchen or in a living room. And it's a par 30 is what they would call this. This is equivalent to a 65-watt light bulb, and you can see they did away with the unnecessary plastics, and it's kind of a space-age looking bulb. So bulbs have evolved and continue to evolve. So you need to stay on top of it, and that's what we do here at Wanamaker Hardware. So if you have any questions, you want to come down, the best thing to do is to bring your old bulb with you. We'll help you find an adequate replacement for it, and we'll be able to set you up with a bulb that'll more than satisfy you and light your life. Thank you very much.